It looks like I'll finally be able to get something really humongous, although it's really not. It's just a big packaging for a lot of little things. It is the Alien Queen Ultra Set. Giant posable lights and sounds action creature figures and accessories. So the xenomorph, that's the Alien Queen. Try me, push my head for action. I really wish this line would have kept on going because it's really nice to have colorful versions of aliens. You know, so that whenever they're killing you, you're like, oh, they're so cute. So we got, look at what's inside here. We got several layers. It looks like it's like one of those scaffolding. And we got this little guy right here who's probably going to become lunch. And I'm trying to fight with the box that's wanting to be blown by the wind. So simple minded. So getting the figure out is just a few clips. So this little action figure has got an extra rubber band on him, which I'll just save that one. His articulation, let's see, we got the helmet that comes off, and I'm way off the screen because I'm thinking I'm way up there. All right. He's got like a ball jointed head. He's got arms that don't go up too far because of these shoulder pads. They do full 360. They have a bicep swivel. And basically it's like your first G.I. Joes as far as articulation. He's got the, beer and steer hands because I guess they didn't think to give him some swivels here. That would have been nice. He's also got the T-crotch, which I dreadfully hate. It makes him easy to fall over if you're trying to stand a figure up. He stands pretty well, but, well, here I am proving myself wrong. Normally, though, they do fall over pretty easily, and it's just you say have to put a lot of effort in to get them to stand. T-crotches are a lot better. Not a lot better. They're cheaper. They're not a lot better. Now, the helmet's got some pretty good little detailing on it. Let's get that helmet back on his head, which is going to be useless because the aliens can just bite right through that helmet. But overall, the apps on this are pretty nicely done. All right, and the orange helps the aliens to see and getting. Speaking of the lunch aspect, and oh my gosh, speaking of lunch, I'm about to be lunched by a mosquito. Just flew in my face. We got the pod, which I'm out of frame again. We got the pod where he's like, what is this? And it opens up right to his face. And he's like, yeah, I remember that part. I watched Alien, the first movie, over and over again. So I'm going to put him in here like he is a genie in a bottle. Dun, 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 dun. You can't really wrap the tail around his head. That's where the tail went around the neck. If you ever watched the movie, you'll see that it went right around his neck to hold on for dear life. But you can put it around the action figure's waist, and that would be kind of good enough. Kind of, I said. It's not quite close enough, but whatever. It's all in the mind of pretend. Let's see what the other figures are like. We got carrots and we got green beans, sweet peas, I guess you can say. So we got colorful vegetable looking. They're all like vegetable colors. You're like, what color is red? Oh, it's clearly beets. That is clearly a beets color, which means that the Bengals might like it, or was it the Go-Go's? We got the beets. We got the beets. I don't know why they like the beets, but I didn't like the beets. There we go. So this cute little green alien, so adorable until he bites your face off. He's got no mouth articulation, sad. He's got no elbow articulation, but he does have shoulder articulation, much like the action figure itself. He's got actually less articulation than the human, which is sad, but his crotch is a ball crotch. So it gives you some range of motion right there. So you can do like jumping jacks. He does also have this. The other one just has a swivel waist, but he has no elbows. He does have knees, but the lack of elbows is kind of like, it makes me kind of sad. Now the other figure, the orange one, is based off of the alien dog from the, was it the third or the fourth movie? It was the really weird movie. I think it was the fourth one. That movie was so weird. It was like completely off the rail different. He has elbow articulation, but he has no hind leg articulation. So he's based off the dog, and they may call it runner one, I don't know. He does not have jaw articulation, and unfortunately he can't make his mandible, his mouthpiece come out. But the articulation for the upper body is pretty good. Except his wrists. His wrists are in that permanent position. You can spin them around, but you can't bend them back down. Well, I guess you can. Look, it's a little bit of a ball. Oh, it was stuck on the rim at first. There is a ball articulation there, but it's not going to go down too far. Because once again, he is supposed to be more like a dog. So he's four-legged. Well, let's look at the queen. She's a killer, queen, a killer. You know, I never knew that band was British. But anyway, because we all know that the Killer Queen was talking about the Queen of England. Why they call her a Killer Queen? I don't know. It's probably just some kind of compliment. Like, that's killer, dude. Oh, you know what I just remembered? I've had this set before. I don't think I had it in these colors, but there's a thing on the bottom where you got to get it out. Hope it doesn't really require a screwdriver or we're screwed. Nope, you just got to twist them. So twist them basically 90 degrees to release the feet. Or is it one of those things where you have to unscrew it completely? Oh, it's an unscrew completely. See? It's got threads on it. So it's not one of those things where you just turn it 90 degrees and it pops right off. No, no, no. This one's harder. It's really, really, really stuck, like, tight. It's got a slit in the middle, which I'm not sure what you're supposed to stick in there to make it turn. Maybe a quarter, I don't know, 50-cent piece. I'm too poor to have all that stuff. All right, coming out of the box, the Killer Queen. She is huge. I mean, I can't even get her in the frame. She has her extra set of arms in front of her. She's got, what was that Medarog just said he has? Ascot? I was trying to think it was a scarf. She has upper articulation. It's pretty nice. Her two extra arms just basically go up and down and swivel. And her legs are pretty much static position. Oh, she has foot articulation. It feels like it's on a ball joint. So you can get her in this position, but to help her balance, you're going to need her tail. Her tail is detached. I don't know if it was ever attached. I don't know if that's really a proper way to say it. All right, this is massively huge. That's why I have not been able to do this one, because there's no way I can do this one inside. And it's a nice day today, finally. Ooh, she didn't like that. Sounds like just a regular dinosaur. Let me get it up higher so I can actually get it. All right, there we go. So, with her tail, can I get her to stand properly? Yeah, she's a little unbalanced, but I'm sure some working around will get her to stand just right. And you can actually pretty much tripod her if you need to. Now let's look at that mandible in the front of her. Oh, lights. So her tongue does things. I like that. I don't like the sounds. Those are annoying. I don't care about the lights because in real life, did she have lights? Well, I wouldn't say real life. The noises are annoying, as the word noise and annoying sound the same. I do like all the not articulation, but the points right here, the detail, the sculpting. I bet if you really wanted to make this one like look like the movie, you can paint it with some black paint and it would really pop, or some really dark charcoal colors. You could probably get some really nice look out of this one. I kind of like it, the weird colors that they are. It gives it some different personality altogether. I mean, a green alien and it's like we got carrots, we got peas, and we got the beets. It's like the vegetable family. Yeah, they're vegetarian, so they're not going to be harmful. Yeah, it's really weird to see these colors, but again, I guess they were trying to make it more child-friendly. There's no way to make Alien child-friendly. I'm sorry. I loved it as a child, though. Like in 5th grade, I watched the movie over and over on HBO every night. So, yeah, I highly recommend if you could pick this up. I got mine for like $15 on one of those online sites. I think it was Walmart.com. It's not always that price. You have to catch it at a good time. Like when I first saw it, somebody talked about it. I was like, $35? No, not going to buy that. But then I found it right at the perfect timing. So I don't know how much they are right now, but check it out. See if this is something that you want to add to your collection to eat your G.I. Joes.